Hello, dear students. Good morning to all of you. As we have started the revision of the first chapter in the previous class, we have already discussed about the some basic terms of the business, its characteristics. Now, today we will revise the economic activities, types of economic activities, which we have already discussed about the business, profession, and employment. So, today we will start our discussion with discussing about business, profession, and employment by making it a kind of comparison or by differentiating it. So first of all, if we are talking about the business, business is basically is a kind of investment of capital for the purpose of profit, whereas profession is a kind of getting a membership of a professional body or certificate or practice. Whereas if we are talking about the employment, it starts after getting the appointment letter. And if we talk about the nature of the work in business, nature of work is production and procurement of goods and services, and maybe the related to sale and purchase of goods and services. And but in profession, we have to use the personal skill and intelligence of the individual. And in the case of employment, the nature of work is generally work allotted by the employer according to the contract. For what work you are going to be appointed over there, you have to perform that work. Now, the next term is that is, if we are talking about qualification for business, there is no qualification limitations are there, but for profession there must be a professional qualification and training required. Suppose that if you want to become a chartered accountant, you must have the degree of CA. So proper training and qualifications are required. And if we are talking about the employment, the qualification is required and training is prescribed by the employer. It means the candidate must have the qualification according to their requirement. Now, the capital investment, in the case of business, capital investment is required as per the nature and size of the business, but in case of profession, very less capital is required, and in employment, no capital requirement is there, since they do not have to invest anything in the business. Next, the term reward or return. As we know, the motive of the business is to earn profit. That's why in return, or we can say the profit is the reward. Whereas in the case of professional fees are a kind of reward. And in the case of employment, salary and remuneration are a kind of reward. Now, if we are talking about risk, so in business, high risk is involved, whereas in profession, low risk was involved, and in employment, no risk was there. So, dear students, these were few basic differences between employment, profession, and business. Now, if we are talking about the objective of the business, so objective of the business can be categorized into two parts. First is economic activities and second is social objectives. So under the economic activities, whatever terms are related to the economic activities of the business, these are concerned. So first of all, in economic activities, first is earning profit, because as we know that the business is established for the motive of the profit. So it is the prime objective of business and businessman for each and every year. And as we know that no one business can survive or provide its services without earning profit. So for survival and growth and expansion of the business, profit is required. Second is market standing creations of customers. Dear students, business can survive longer period only if it is able to capture a big share in the market, because if the market situation is fixed and only few area, or we can say that only few terms are few localities are under the particular business, so it will be difficult for each and every business enterprise if their area is not large. So how much area is capturing the market share and the market standing will be more better than the area acquired by the business for the marketing. Now next is innovation. In the term innovation, as we know, today each and everywhere new products or new ideas are going to be added in the product. And if the features of the old products are not going to be modified, changed, if the features are not going to be improved, then it is quite impossible to survive in the market with the same product. So for survival in the market, it is also required innovation. As we know that each and every business enterprise nowadays innovating their product continuously according to the choice and preferences and the market requirement of that particular product. So for better innovation, better machines, improved techniques and new varieties are required, so that designs can attract the people to consume it. Now the next term is, that is optimum utilization of resources. It refers the best use of main material, money and machinery employed in the business. So dear students, resources must be used as much as it can be possible, because less more wastage or more use of resources and less production can be also harmful for the business enterprise. So it is the matter to utilize it optimally for getting more and more production with the less resources. Now, so that the production cost can be minimized or reduced. Now the next term is, that is improving productivity. As we know that it is used as the measure of efficiency. Each and every business enterprise must aim at a greater productivity to ensure continuous survival and growth. This objective can be achieved by reducing wastage and making efficient use of machines and equipments, human resources, money, etc. So dear students, these were few basic terms of the basic objective of the economic objective of the business. Now the business has to fulfill some other objective, that is known as social objective. So under the social objective of the business, basically it is related to the product and quality provided by the business enterprise to the market. So in social activities, first is quality goods and services at fair price. The business must have to provide a better quality product at reasonable price to the consumer. And for assuring this, the government has taken the initiatives regarding quality goods and fair price, and for this purpose it has issued so many trademarks or logo, or we can say the approval marks, which will which identifies that the particular product has the quality of that criteria. For example, if we are consuming electronic goods, ISI mark is there. For consuming food products, FPO or egg marks are there. So these marks are going to identify that the product is well stand, or the product is well maintained or well produced according to its quality. Now next is avoidance of anti-social unfair trade practices. So anti-social unfair trade practices includes black marketing, adulteration, uh, unnecessary hoardings, making false claim in advertisement to mislead and exploit people is an example of unfair trade practices. So dear students, a business should not indulge in such practices. Now the next term, that is the next term that is generation of employment. As we know that employment is the biggest problem of the society, and business should provide employment to more and more people living in the country. Handicapped and disabled people should also be given extra care of. So each and every business enterprise has to think about for creation of the employment opportunity, so that society can be employed and the country can reach to the top. Until or unless the if the country is not getting its better position, then it is quite impossible to increase the business opportunities. Now the next term, that is employees welfare. As we know that employees are the valuable assets for each and every business enterprise. Until or unless if the employees are not there, who will perform the work? So employees are a kind of human resource for the business, and we should have to take care of the human resource of the organization. And for this purpose, the business must have to think about the significant contribution towards the success of the business. So dear students, business must have to think about the welfare of the employees by providing good working condition, fair wage, and facilities such as housing, medical, entertainment, etc. Such welfare facilitates help to improve physical and mental health of employees. Now the next term, that is community services. Under the community services, business should contribute something to the society where it is established and operated. Library, dispensary, educational institution, etc. are certain contribution which a business can make and help in the development of the community. So dear students, these were few points under the social objective of the business. Now if we are talking about business its nature and purpose ahead, we have to think about the rule of profit in the business. because continuously we are talking about the earning profit is more important, because if the business is not getting profit, it is quite impossible to survive. So dear students, we must have to learn about the role of profit in the business. So first of all, profit helps in survival, long survival. Until or unless business is not getting profit, it is quite impossible for existence of the business for a long time. So business must be business must survive for a long time if business is getting profit. Now next is for growth and expansion. For growth and expansion of the business, profit is required, because for meeting the additional expenditure, it is not possible to add again and again additional capital, but also to increase the profit. If the profit is earning, if the business is getting more and more profit, it will help to make the growth and expansion of the business enterprise. Now next is for increasing efficiency. Profit is that power which motivate both the parties, owner and worker, to do their best, as they know that in case of good profit they will get good compensation for their effort. So it finally helps in increasing efficiency of the business too. Now the next term, that is for building prestige and recognition. Dear students, for gaining prestige in the society, business had to satisfy all the parties concerned it, and most of the time it can be easily achieved by earning more and more profit. If the business is getting more and more profit, it means business is satisfying more and more person, more and more people, by providing a good quality of product at a reasonable price. So dear students, these were few basic terms of the, or we can say these were the role of the profit in the business. Until or unless the business is not getting profit, it is quite impossible to survive in the market. Now the next term, that is classification of business activities. Generally, a business activity is classified into two types. First is industry, second is commerce. So first of all, we are talking about the industries. So industries are divided into three parts or three types. First is primary industries. Basically, industries means the place where goods and where the production and procurement services can be done or performed by business, or we can say goods and services can be produced. So dear students, these industries are divided into three types. First is primary, second is secondary, and third is tertiary industries. So under the primary industry, generally it is divided into two types. First is extractive and second is genetic. In the primary industry, basically it is completely based on the natural resources, like getting raw material from the natures, like agriculture, and extractive like iron ores, coal, natural gases, etc. So dear students, these are a kind of primary industries. Now the secondary industry. Secondary industry is based on the product of the primary industries most of the time, and basically it has two types. First is manufacturing and second is constructive industries. So under the manufacturing industries, there are four types of secondary manufacturing industries. First is analytical. In this industries, diesel, petrol, gas, oil, gasoline are going to be analyzed or realized after analyzing the crude oil. Second is processing industries. Those industries wherein useful things are manufactured by making the raw material to pass through different production process. For example, steel and iron industry, sugar industries, paper industries, cotton industries, etc. Next is synthetic. Under the synthetic industries, it is going to mix the different product to produce the different terms like paint, cosmetic, cement, color industries. Next is assembling industries. Under these industries, automobile industries, computer, watches, television, these industries and mobile industries are there. Now, second industry is construction industries. These industries are related to construction of buildings, dams, bridges, roads, tunnels, canals. Now, the third type of the third type of the industry is tertiary industry, which is generally known as service industries or service sector, because under these industries services are going to be produced like transportation, bank, insurance, storage, advertisement, communication, etc. Now the next type of the business activity is commerce. So dear students, commerce, we will discuss, dear students, commerce in the next class, because it will take more and more time. Thank you.